I'm back. Hey guys, it's me, Rebecca Robeson, and I haven't seen you in a while. I'm so glad, unless you're on Instagram, then I've seen them, right? But on YouTube, today's the day, a new video, so excited. And guess who I have with me?
Hi.
My daughter, Shara. So many of you have said, oh my gosh, I watched both of your channels and I had no idea that you were mother and daughter. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do what you guys love. 3 budgets. We wanna say a special thank you to LG for sponsoring this video today. I think it was a really smart move for my budget to put my money here.
Yeah.
Because it's art, it plays music, you can watch the entertainment. I mean, there isn't anything that we couldn't do. I think that is so beautiful.
So beautiful.
This space I'm about to show you was at one time Robeson Design's offices. After it was Robeson Design's office, do you remember Santa's workshop?
We have a lot of stuff.
We do. Way more than is really healthy. Now we're only gonna take the big office in the end. It's about 400 square feet. And we need to make it into 4 different things. A bedroom, a living room,
A closet.
and an office. Right. That's a lot to do in one small space.
You said a lot to something that didn't call for that, so just say very. And
Should I just take the line again or just to say very?
Say very.
Okay. Very. Very.
Very.
Okay, so as you can see, we are in a studio. We have staged this room to look like a studio. We've hidden some design flaws all throughout the space, and we know a lot of you guys are gonna be able to recognize them. And we want you guys to comment below the little flaws that you kind of see. Some are very obvious, some are kind of subtle, where it looks good at, first glance, but if you look closely. Let's get into step number 1. I mean, budget number 1. $1,200. What can we do with $1,200? Let's show up.
Oh, honey, what I could do with $1,200.
Let's get started. So number 1, now this goes for every single budget, but we're gonna talk about it here first and maybe get into it a little bit more later. But number 1,
Clean your space. Now, you and I both know that our own spaces don't always look as cleaned up as this does now. More often than not, they look like this.
we just wanted to get the point across that the best thing you guys can do to make the best impact in your space that's actually free is just pick it up, clean it up, and throw some stuff away.
Step number 2.
Use what you got. Use what your mama gave you, literally. My mom gave my brother all these things, I think, right?
In real life, you gotta keep some things, right? This sectional sofa, I'm keeping. The color's not bad, although it's dark, and I don't want a dark room. However, it's the perfect shape for this space because you know what it does? It separates us from the bedroom area.
We are also keeping this desk and the 2 little storage areas on either side of it. They are really good storage options. The desk is a really good shape, so I think it'll work for this stage.
And we're keeping the PAX wardrobe systems. There are 2 of them, and we created some symmetry on either side of this whole desk and cabinet area. The only thing about them that I'm not crazy about is that they're this dark espresso color. Not what I want to put in this room, but it's what I have. I'm gonna make it work.
And lastly, we're keeping the bed. So we have successfully achieved furniture in each and every area of this space without having to replace any of the new. We're gonna keep what we have, and it allows us to spend more money on the things that make an impact in making your space look amazing. Mom, take it away.
Well, for starters, in case you didn't catch this earlier, this bed is not equally centered under the window.
And the nightstands, well, there's only one.
And there's only one lamp. I mean, really?
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 Very.
Very.
If you guys want to have kind of a deeper look into this subject, we're gonna show you kind of the top level as much as we can in this video. And then if you guys wanna join us for the design sessions, we are going to really help your spaces beyond just showing you what we did in this demo room.
It is not on YouTube. It's available only on my website, ropesanddesign.com. And there'll be a link in the description box below. So let's talk about budget number one, our lowest budget of $1,200.
Yes.
We accomplished all the things we wanted to in this space and how it functions.
And we tried to reuse as much as what we already had, maybe going from different rooms of the house and kind of swapping things in, swapping things out, and giving it new life. Okay, so over here, we have a sectional that we had to use because it's what we had. It is darker, so that oftentimes when you have a really large piece of furniture that's dark, it can tend to pull the light out of the room and make the whole space feel darker. So how the heck do you brighten it up without spending any money? Well, we utilized some pillows that we already had, and we took the covers off, so it's just white. And then we only added a few extra little things by shopping at Target. We only bought 3 new ones. For this space, we have a focal point right when you walk in, and when you're sitting, we repurposed this clock, and we brightened it up here by adding a couple different potted faux plants. So we just grabbed a couple from around the house, grabbed us some white books, and adding white to a really dark piece of furniture will brighten it up, and it kind of gives it a little bit of a pop, which is great.
I love the bed on this wall, and let me tell you why. Because of this interesting arched window we have in this room with the vaulted ceiling, I was able to place the bed in the center underneath of the window. I spent the bulk of this $1,200 for this budget on this bedding. 600 thread count sheets, which is amazing. All white pillows. The only thing in this aspect right here that's used that we had before is this pillow. This was one that was in Shara's bedroom years ago when we did a beach theme. These are my tripod lamps that I've had in my home for years. So that created symmetry, and of course what I love, when you walk in the front door of this entire space, you have a beautiful focal point.
Why don't you sit here, Mother, and I will tour you through our new space.
Thank you.
Over here, we have
this is lovely.
We have the desk.
We've got 2 cabinets for tons of storage, just a little bit of accessorizing. All of those accessories there were ones that I had. So we didn't spend money there. Those extra pieces of art we put on the outside of the cabinets to lighten them up a little bit, brings in our color palette again. And one of the other areas that we did spend some money, we bought the IKEA mirrored doors,
which not only hides clutter and makes the space a little bit cleaner, but it also reflects the light that's in the room and makes the space feel bigger.
So here we have this living space and then a bedroom, we have a closet and a desk, all of the things we wanted, and it's a lot brighter than it was before.
Yes.
But we've got 2 more budgets, right?
We do.
So this is what we were able to do
with budget number 1. Wow. Budget number 2. We did some damage.
The addition of the extra money made it possible for us to actually buy a new bed. I kept my bedding exactly as it was, but I did add a special new pillow here. Now, as the room goes around, there were some eyesores before. Without spending a whole lot of money, I was able to replace the shade on the door with match stick blinds, white ones, a couple $100, easy peasy.
Over in our living room, you'll see it looks a lot different than level 1. In budget number 2, we could afford to add brand new art. These art pieces allow for the space to be kind of elongated, fills up the wall a little better than the one piece of art that we had pre-existing. And that pulls in this brand new sofa that we have magically appeared in the middle of this room. Now, it's not brand new, it is a used sofa. I sold it to my mom for a little bit of a nice price. We also have a new rug. Now this rug definitely gives us a lot more space. It doesn't feel quite so stuffy in here. It's a little bit thinner of a rug, but it's a lot brighter. So it's allowing us to have kind of this different dynamic that mixes the dark with the light. Now before, remember, we couldn't afford to put some chairs over here. Well now, because we saved on getting a used sofa, we were able to splurge on getting some new chairs on this side, but not just this side. Over from our desk. In case you have friends over, you know, you can chit chat. You have a complete conversational area.
Here I might add, you know what this is? This isn't new. It's new to our second budget, but it really cost me nothing because it's one of my dining room chairs. It also happens to be tufted like the sofa, and it's in the same color. Look how it makes a nice desk chair. One of the few things that we added and did in this particular budget. We also added a lamp so that over here at our desk space, we have a lamp, a few more accessories, and voila, this area is done.
Wow, this is budget number 3, and boy, did it make a difference.
Let's start with the bedroom, shall we?
All right, take it away.
I love this bedroom. It just keeps getting better and better and better. This time, we added some luxury pillowcases. It's like watercolors. Love, love, love. Added another duvet down here in this citron green. Anybody notice the big addition to number 3, budget number 3? We were able to do beautiful white linen drapery, or what we call nowadays window treatments.
Okay, over here in the living room, we obviously have some of the same core pieces, but in level 3, budget 3, we were able to add a couple extra things that just make this space feel super luxury and just really a wow. Those things are like a coffee table, and below the coffee table, a new rug. Now I know that this table is dark, it's not new, we just used what we had, but in order to brighten it up, my mom put this awesome mirrored tray right on top. And what that does, it catches the light from the ceiling, it reflects it, and then we decorated a couple of the added accessories with a little faux succulent. We have a decanter, obviously on a few books. If you've been following my mom for a while, you know it's all about the books.
On our lower budgets, we didn't have as much money. I mean, we spent our money in the areas that we really needed to, but this time we had a little bit more, so we did a little more accessorizing. And I love this. This is a great white bisque vase with just some simple twigs. All right, are you wondering what this is? I want you to know I'm very proud of this. I have fought for years to keep this sucker. Everyone who's ever worked for me has always tried to get rid of this in my old office or in my new office. Nope, I keep this one because it was my very first computer. Great, Shara.
So, what's the last and final tip to decorating for level 3?
Is this any kind of clue?
I don't know.
Here, now try it. That was for you. I saved the bulk of my budget for this particular item in this 3rd level. A form of entertainment that's absolutely drop dead amazingly gorgeous.
And a focal point.
Yes.
For all.
And it acts as a piece of art.
It does.
Because it has a gallery mode. Adding this LG OLED TV has made all the difference in the world. Even when it's off, it's a beautiful TV. It's all glass and it just looks absolutely amazing.
Wow, that is so clear.
What are those?
I can play Netflix and Hulu because it's a smart TV. It looks like it's floating. I'm going to turn the volume up with my magic remote. This magic remote literally is magic. It's got Google Assistant and Alexa on it. You can ask it questions, you can tell it to do things. Open the Netflix app.
Going to Netflix app.
See how fun that is? Does anyone know where Nemo is?
Here's a summary from Film School Rejects. Marlin and Nemo are Australian clownfish, and they live in the Great Barrier Reef.
Who's gonna win the next Bachelor in Paradise? What's for dinner tonight?
If I could eat, I'd go with noodles. I can help find a good restaurant near you.
I just think that the clarity, look at that, that is so pretty. It's not pretty, but the color is so bright and clear. I like this as a designer. You see how thin this is? And this, seriously, that's gotta be, what, 1/4 of an inch maybe? I think it was a really smart move for my budget to put my money here.
Yeah.
Because it's art, it plays music, you can watch the entertainment. I mean, there isn't anything that we couldn't do. I think that is so beautiful.
So beautiful.
This LG glass television is incredible. I highly recommend it. There's gonna be a link in the description box below that you can click on if you wanna see more about this television. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining us today. I wanna thank Shara for coming in here and helping me do this, our expert on small spaces.
So much fun. I think this place turned out amazing.
Good.
And I really hope that these tips help you guys to really transform your spaces and give you guys some ideas of what to do at all different levels of budgets.
Feel free to leave us a comment below and let us know what stage you're in life. Can you do level 1, 2, or 3? And what did you learn and take away from today's video? We also want to say a big thank you to LG for sponsoring this video. You know, they make it possible for us to continue to do these things.
And if you guys want to learn more about how to decorate your spaces in these different budgets, to see how we did it, what we did to execute
The
that,
real details.
go and check out the design sessions.
I just want to say, mwah, 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 mwah. Love you guys. See
We're
you
gonna
next
watch
time.
some more TV.
Yeah, bye.
Bye-bye.
She married an S. Her name is SS, and mine is RR. I love that.
Very. Leave us a comment below if you guys are of the generation that knows what I'm talking about.
Oh, let's not split the generation.
Let's not split the gray hairs here, okay?
Rude.